We all know the phrase, the proof is in the pudding. And that cliche, that saying means that there has to be evidence in our life that what we say is real. And so the same is true with us as Christians. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the evidence of our life. The fruit of our life shows whether we're a believer or not. It shows the depth of our faith. It shows the quality of our faith. And so if we say that we're a believer, but yet we speak and act much like those who don't believe in Jesus, the proof would not be in the pudding. It would be that something in our life is absent that keeps us from appearing to be like Jesus. And so as we begin this series this weekend on the fruit of the Spirit, there's things in our life, the proof that ought to be in our life that we belong to Jesus. These almost essential qualities, these marks of a believer that show that what we believe is real. And oftentimes, the best evidence for Jesus is a believer. But at the same time, the worst evidence for Christianity also happens to be someone who claims to be a Christ follower. That we in ourselves are often our own best friend and worst enemy. Sometimes we can walk closely with Jesus and our actions seem loving and kind, and we have a peace and there's a patience, and that all those fruit of the Spirit that we're going to be looking at over the next few weeks, well, when those are evident, distinctly evident in our life, well, things couldn't be better. But sometimes even in our life or the lives of others around us, if we aren't acting like Jesus, if these fruit of the Spirit aren't evident in our life, then our life becomes the greatest testimony against Jesus. See, the proof is in the pudding. And it is the pudding that we are showing. Well, is it declaring, is it showing that we belong to Jesus? I would hope that it is. I hope that while none of us is perfect, while we don't quite have it all together, while we are still all works in progress, would we grow each day? Would there be something different? Would there be something added? Would each day we grow just a little bit closer to Jesus? That the message we share with our life, more important than the message we share with our mouths, but the message we show with our hands, we share with our hearts, and we show those around us, that gives us an opportunity, that earns us the right to tell our story, to tell how God has saved and changed us, how He has used us to point others to Him. As we begin to bear that kind of fruit with our life, as we see others having been attracted to Jesus and following after Jesus, I believe people will come after us. And we get to point them to our Savior. We get to point them to the one who made this all possible in our life. That we aren't good enough on our own. That we don't bear this fruit just plainly on our own. That we need God's work in our life. And as God's Spirit begins to work in us and through us, this fruit becomes evident. And the proof in the pudding is that we follow Him. I pray this is reality in your life. I pray that you're growing in Jesus this week. And I pray that you are having a great week. And I love you guys. And I hope to see you real soon.